Hello, Saggy, and welcome to a timeless Justice for Sagittarius reading where we discuss the topic of justice, however the conversation would like to be held. Bear in mind a few things before we get into your reading. You have tapped into a collective reading that I, Seventh, am holding at this time. This is not a personal one-to-one connection, so keep that in the stratosphere of discernment, okay, by taking the bits and pieces you like, and leave anything behind with me that may not have been to your resonancy. Please bear in mind that however you're affiliated or to know or the latter of Saggy, okay, is in true form to being here and listening out if anything is to your liking or not. In terms of justice, I read for the two sister channels. This is a channel specifically for Sekhmet to reach her sister channel of Bastet. The description box below will have that access for you. However, bear in mind that the term of justice is however she wants to have that conversation. All right, I, Seventh, the interpreter of these insights, will do my best in the highest vibrational honor bestowed upon me to deliver these insights, okay? Whether you find these messages to trigger merciful and or merciless judgments upon you, it's probably also the point of the reading, so keep that in mind that your opinions need not apply, all right? Full fucking disclosure. As in regards to knowing who I am as Seventh, the description box below will also have access for you for that, where you can read up as to who I am and what I offer, and should you be intrigued to request the service of your liking, whatever, blah 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 blah. The website will have that available for you. All right, please keep in mind I'm a one woman show, okay? I do everything on my own. So if there's like hiccups, communicate, be transparent, don't be an asshole, but be transparent as much as possible and we'll get there, okay? So I am also still learning on how to do everything as being the one woman show, all right? My intention is to keep it a one woman show in regards of sacred energy, all right? I bestow that honor for everyone to take that seriously for themselves. More specifically about the reading, please bear in mind feminine, masculine energies are non-gender specific. However, femininity has both feminine and masculine energies. Masculinity as well has both feminine and masculinity. And what else? Pretty much it. Yeah, that's it. All right, so we're going to get into your Justice for Saggy reading. Timeless reading, and again, whatever brings you here, I'm making something here for you. All right, I am Seventh, aka Master Seventh, that reads these energies for you. I'm a master healer that provides remote wellness alignments and tarot intuitive insights such as this. All right, let's see what's going on. All right. There's a dialogue here that is not being exposed, and it's the dialogue that you're having with yourself. The dialogue that you may be having with yourself is the dialogue of not wanting to confess to everyone your law of manifestation and law of attraction and the goals you have, which is great. I love that for you, okay? I love the ability to catch your ego and say, no, I'm going to hold on to this one, because if I talk about too much, the judgments or the little creepy crawlers of thoughts, once I mention it to anyone else that could have a also thought or opinion, they may fuck that shit up. So I don't really want to expose all that, so I'm going to sleep on it. All right, but to be honest, it's a blow to the ego. And whatever you're keeping to yourself, if you find yourself around some people who have, let's call it, a mature or at least an evolving spiritual journey within themselves. I say evolving, not a kindred, evolving. They're not afraid of human connection or human fault lines. So usually they're totally okay with transparency, and they will call bullshit out because it's their mission to do so. And it requires full awareness of autonomy and sovereign right of justice, of righteousness and wrongness to be this secure with oneself, And you really want that. Yet there are people around you who might bleed a bit more security and maturity than you, and you're a bit jealous. And instead of being negative and a Debbie Downer, of shredding any signs of envyism, you're just wheeling it back and considering yourself of you're a humble person that can accept people's stages in life and their decisions, and some people may just have different resources that are more available to them instead of you. So whatever you have to therapeutically tell yourself or reason with to justify, you do a lot of emotional regulations. So you should be proud of this, you know? Well, why is it bit coming through as a little snarky? It's because there's a little, I don't understand why you get to pick and choose when you share the level of your transparency. Because the people who you depend on a lot are the people that you don't share shit with. And the people that share shit with you and know that you take a lot of their essences into consideration are becoming more and more on the bullshit alert. Like, don't come walking in here any longer and not giving me some sort of feedback here that you accept my essence, transmute it into your likability, and feedback me nothing in return. That's a problem. Divinity is going to make sure that people give back in return what they put out. All right? Whether that's an apology or an honor. Accountability. So the human species is a massive fucking effect right now. And you can either sit back and think about it and determine if that's true or not. And then you'll find a reason whether or not it's true or not. Or you could be in the involvement of being human and make sure it is considered and involved a lot. It's being human. The language of humanity. All dialects apply. Even the quiet one. So, do you need to emotionally regulate like your cousin Aries energy? Maybe not. But do you need to do something into showing accountability of the shit that you process? Yep. Because a lot of the wisdom that you come to is induced by other people sharing their experiences. And you're forgetting about them. And that's a problem. It's a problem. So, how tailored of a problem it is a personal one, okay? Don't worry. No one really knows in your social circle, in your life, that there is a problem with you. That you're actually sometimes not very nice. And that you still have a lot of curving of learning curves to do. Whatever I'm trying to say. In order to expose the fragile parts and make them stronger. This is the opportunity, if that shit fucking resonates, to do the fucking dirty work. Because no one has yet called you out besides maybe this reading. So this could be the honor of having heard the message and applying now. And thought, and silent, and thinking, and desire, apply. Apply it. Yeah. I'm like this for a fucking reason, okay? And the reason has been exposed already. But if you want to see symbolism about this, well, this as much as me, more than me, it's in the cards. Okay, take a better look. Here, you have the Chariot. The Chariot symbolism is that there's a human, gender specific in you taking this image in. But in understanding the reading, it's non-gender specific, okay? So, you have this figure in a chariot. And then, oh my goodness, this card is called the Chariot. Whoa, symbolism. You hearing the sass? Following along? Let's get there. So, we have the stars, okay? What do we see, or what are we supposed to see when we look up and the sun is gone? We're supposed to see stars. So depending on where you are in a city of popularity or not, there might be some issue in seeing the clear night skies. But the closest you can get to that is being comfortable when your eyes are fucking closed, living with that fucking cancellation of the fucking existence of who you are. Because boy, let me tell you, some of you have the massive hard time to regulate your existence when your eyes are fucking shut, because you may be wondering, do I look crazy with my eyes closed as I'm still recording myself? Are there judgments for having my eyes closed as I'm just trying to regulate whatever the fuck I'm not seeing? But I'm feeling so much with my eyes closed. Does that sound familiar as you go to sleep? How difficult it is to keep your eyes closed and have all the fucking rushing of the fucking shit of life just pressing at you, and you're like, all I want to do is sleep, all I want to do is sleep. And it's so hard for you to just go to sleep. Gift of opportunity is within this reading, all right? The gift of opportunity is not just within the reading, it's been in the whole existence of all existences. This didn't require the reading to awaken that for you. This is old news. Breaking news is old news. Woo! Oh, sheesh. Questions that I hear is crazy, but the one that's the loudest is, what's the problem? I can't tell you what the problem is. This is not a one-to-one connection. However, I can more or less tell you it will start and end with you being the problem. All right, so we have the Magician and the Lover's card. And in essence, squeeze between the Ace of Pentacles, right? Because they came after. And we're here asking, what? What's the problem? With 4 major arcanas in exposing themselves as major mysteries, they're saying that what is not clear. We define them as major arcanas, major mysteries. If we show up, are we a mystery anymore? Have you not felt the power of the Chariot? The atmosphere of that connection? The ability to have fortitude, a choice to reach it? And the longing of a relationship for it to return? What does that sound like? A relationship? A relation? Of a transaction? Of a space that goes from one to another? A relationship? A relationship? Are you understanding the word relation? A relationship. You getting this here? Relationship. Is it you having epiphanies? Seems like you are. I'm like, I get it. Constant flow and movement. It isn't about reaching victory. To have it is a victory. it. I fucking get it, all right? I understand that the senses get triggered, and the senses that is easily recognizable is a Pandora's box of emotions. I fucking get it, all right? They're the first telling signs that, something's wrong, all right? I fucking get it. I get it. You know why? Because I'm human. I have emotions too. I get it. That you can't remain stagnant in the misery of the illusion that pain can trigger. Training yourself that it is a source of impact of awareness to you now. And there is something that we can do with it. You can still have a choice within negativity. It is, whoa. And can be probably very depending on what kind of smearing you do and what kind of conversation you have about it, can probably be very debatable, all right? But in the essence of it, there's something good that can come out of fucking negativity, fucking period. So are we supposed to remain in it? Is that the most logical shit to do? I don't think so. It doesn't make sense to stay in a negative environment. Especially if the negative environment somewhere within it is saying, I could actually think I'm not comfortable. It's very upsetting that humans have lost the zeal to protect humanity. Not each other and his fucking emotions, because emotion is fucking fickle and subjective. Humanity. The fuck? I need to say something real quick. If there are 20 people in your social circle that say there is something good, it doesn't necessarily mean 20 people who happen to be human that qualify in saying something is good that makes a collective message that subject is good. It still can be subjective. Okay? Let's keep that in mind as we flare ourselves up with the internal justification of personal gratitude. Because it should stem from you and return back to you and from full growth and acknowledgement. That's to avoid narcissism and step into full pridefulness and to protect that shit. And then in that derivatives, you know how many fucking curse words you can say and still be pure in deliverance? Try it. This fucking holiness of everything needs to be sterile is mind-blowing for how ugly these people leave footprints of pollution. With this holy matrimony of a thought. The majority of people walking out the fucking house and are trashing their environment with an internal mantra of fucking holiness. Excuse you. It's terrible. It's terrible. If we step outside of that and just look at the footprints of where we are, you know exactly where human has been traveling. Because they're dirty. Don't pick up after themselves. Don't apologize. Don't take accountability for maybe hurting someone's feelings. Not showing a gratitude of gratitude Christ. Yeah, I'm fucking done. The Hierophant, all right? The divine is done. Divine is done because you're walking around. If it's you, it's you. But you know someone who is definitely walking around with a holy mantra. And you can watch them for 5 fucking minutes in public streets. And you can smell something about them that you could be like, well, I have an opinion. That wasn't really the most human thing to do, right? And we're talking about, yes, that can still involve negativity, handling business, okay? It doesn't mean take shit from nobody, but be human in the deliverance of that transaction. That you understand here? Because you open up a lot more senses when you consider human language, when you consider human radioactivity, human philosophy, human wisdom and trajectory, human sensory and wisdom and capability and culpability, vulnerability and sensitivity, desire, all that shit. That shit travels far. It impacts deeply. What? Hierophant triggers me when I see almost the word hero and Hierophant. Because we're looking for places to go and search for a fucking hero, right? When we go to these places, of temple, whatever. Who is the hero? Someone needs to stop you at the door and be like, remind you, you are your own hero. But are you behaving in heroish ways? Like, I mean, like, I don't know. I don't get it. I don't know. Jesus, take the wheel. Woo! Welcome to my channel, y'all. Alright, I'm wishing you a wonderful morning, noon, or night, wherever you are in the ether of time and space, and may you keep flowing, growing, and glowing. Take care.